Today we wanted to put out a video going over the Carry Cot for the Joolz Aer2, which can be a nice alternative for the newborn period to just using the model's flat recline, in that it provides a more protective and cozy environment for your baby, allows you to carry them inside when sleeping, and which has the unique advantage versus most other ultra-compact newborn options out there in its ability to flatten and remain attached to the chassis when folded. And starting off with some stats, with the bassinet attached, the Aer2 weighs in at 8.7 kilos and folds down to 90 by 24.5 by 44 centimeters, as a single piece with the carry handle removed, which is too long for cabin luggage, though may still be acceptable for gate checking with some airlines. The cot by itself weighs 4 kilos and has a weight capacity of up to 9, though shouldn't be used after a baby can roll around or sit up on their own. As far as the inside dimensions go, it has a width of 30 centimeters, a length of 79, and a depth of 23, making it equivalent to what you'd usually get with a full-size stroller. In addition, I'd note that the Aer2's cot has a major advantage over the previous Air Pluses in that it stands higher off the ground, 52 centimeters to the top of the mattress, while the Air Plus was only 42, which makes for less bending when attending to your child. As far as other characteristics of the cot go, it has good padding, both in terms of the sidewalls and the mattress, which has mesh-like fabric on top that helps with temperature control. There's a large ventilation window built into the back of the canopy, which can also be extended to increase sun coverage, and the bassinet storm cover, mattress, and liner are all easily removable for a wash, though the other textiles involve more serious mechanical disassembly should you want to remove them. The textiles are made from recycled materials and meet high standards when it comes to being free of harmful chemicals. With regards to the more mechanical elements, the cot comes with a carry handle, which is nice, though I'd note that it doesn't swivel 360 degrees, and for those wondering, it also won't double as a bumper bar when using the seat, as the connection method is different. The cot has 2 levers at the head and foot, one for collapsing its structure so that it folds down with the chassis, and the other for releasing the bassinet, and both of these are well thought through design-wise in my opinion. Though that being said, there are a few negatives to note with folding in general, in that, with the bassinet, the Aer2 doesn't fold down directly to a standing position, that the standing position isn't super stable, that, despite a rubber bumper on the bassinet's foot, the textiles will still touch the ground when folded, and that the process of folding and unfolding overall can be a bit finicky sometimes, requiring some pushing and prodding to get the mechanisms to function correctly. As far as overnight use goes, this is different depending on the safety standards of your own country, where the Aer2's cot is not approved for overnight use in the US, Canada, and Australia, though is approved elsewhere. That noted, should you want to use the Aer2's bassinet for unsupervised sleep, then it's important to remove it from the chassis when doing so, and also to read through the rest of the safety guidelines in the instruction booklet. So, is it worth getting the Carry Cot then? Maybe. The Aer2's Carry Cot can be a highly useful setup for travel with a newborn if you plan to use it for overnight sleeping, and it's also a very nice upgrade for parents intending to use the Aer2 as their main stroller, as opposed to just as a supplementary model for keeping in the trunk, for example. That being said, the fact that the Aer2 already comes with a newborn-capable recline makes the $300 price tag, plus a rain cover should you need one, a bit of a splurge, and I'd also note that Joolz has a second newborn option as well in the Nesta seat, which we'll be comparing against the bassinet in an upcoming video. Lastly, since I suspect it will come up in the comments, I'd like to point out that the bassinet is unfortunately not compatible with the Air Plus, only the Aer2, due to differences in chassis design. In any case, I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have any questions about the bassinet, please leave them in the comments, and if you want to know more about the Aer2 itself, I've linked our full review in the description. In addition, I'd like to end by noting that if you're currently shopping for a stroller, we have a buyer's guide on our Patreon page, which lists a wide range of models that we recommend, with a lot of technical and lifestyle related information. You can find it by following the link in the description as well. Thank you.